10.1-inch display, up to 12GB of RAM and a 15,600 mAh battery, the Hotwav Tab R7 is a great rugged tablet that doesn't break the bank, and today we're going to take a look at what it has to offer. So full disclosure, before we get started, the video is sponsored by Hotwav and they've sent me the tablet for free to showcase to you guys. So first of all, if we start with the unboxing, thankfully we get everything we need inside the box. First up, we've got the tablet itself, we've then got the hand strap along with the screwdriver and the handles to attach it. We've then got the USB-A to USB-C adapter, the USB-C charging cable, a bag with the SIM removal tools as well as screws to attach the handle to the tablet, some wipes, the manual and the power plug, and as you can see I've got the EU power plug. Now as soon as you pick up the tablet it does feel nice and sturdy and there's a nice bit of weight to it coming in at 925 grams. We've got bumpers in each corner to protect it from drops and falls, and I like that the protection also protrudes past the screen to protect it from damage when you drop it. Now it's also the same with the cameras and we've got raised bumps around the edges to protect it on impact. It's also IP68 water resistant, IP69K dust resistant, and also mil standard 810H, so whatever conditions you're in, it won't have a problem. Now turning it on, you can see we've got a 10.1-inch display. We've got an aspect ratio of 16:10 and a resolution of 1280x800, and it's also been designed so that you can still operate the touchscreen when wearing gloves, so it's great for those of you in a working environment. It's a 60Hz display that's nice and responsive, and the tablet ships with Android 13. Now there are quite a few applications preloaded onto the tablet like the kid space, child mode and others, but unfortunately they are built into the operating system so there's no option to delete the ones that you don't want. But that being said, there are still some useful apps pre-installed like the tool bag, and this has got plenty of useful things like a picture hanger, a protractor, a sound meter and more. Now we've also got the Easy Launcher pre-installed, and you can switch to this if you're using it for work and you want some big buttons to press instead of the tiny icons in Android, and you can also customize this launcher with your most used apps and contacts. We get 6GB of physical RAM, which can be extended to 12GB using virtual RAM, and we've also got 256GB of internal memory with microSD card support up to 2TB. Now it's using the Unisoc T606 octa-core chipset. This is a perfectly capable chipset to handle all of your apps, and for those of you concerned with synthetic benchmarks, I ran it through Geekbench 6 where we get a single core score of 379, and then a multi-core score of 1374. We get 4G connectivity along with 2.4 and 5GHz Wi-Fi, and there's no fingerprint reader on the device, but we do have Face Unlock to quickly unlock the tablet without your PIN. When it comes to media, we get Widevine Level 1 support, so you can select HD from your favorite streaming platforms such as Netflix. We've also got a dual speaker system with one speaker on each side. Now the speakers do actually work really well for a tablet in this price bracket, so we'll just listen to the speaker samples now.
I'm gonna expel you both for committing a crime against Jeff! Get out of the car.
You can't tell me what to do!
This city is forged.
Now when it comes to gaming, this of course isn't aimed at the gamers, but for those of you that do want to play some games, you can. Now I've tested it with the latest games like Call of Duty Mobile and Asphalt 9, and of course you can't play them in the highest frame rate at the highest graphic settings, but you can still play them and the experience is fine. Now I also like that the speakers are on each side and they're out of the way, so it means that your hands don't cover the speakers while you're gaming, so this is great if you're not going to be using headphones. Now we've also got no worries about battery life thanks to the 15,600 mAh battery, and it offers an impressive 900 hours on standby, 20 hours of music or 18 hours of gaming or video playback. We don't have wireless charging, but we do have the OTG reverse charging feature, and you can utilize the Tab R7 as a power bank and charge your other electronics using a USB-C cable. When it comes to the cameras, we've got a 16-megapixel camera on the front for selfies, as well as a 16-megapixel camera on the rear. When it comes to the quality, it takes perfectly acceptable photos from both cameras, but it's not really a photography device, and more for taking photos or videos of the things you need, but you can see here that the photos are fine. In terms of video, we get 1080p video at 30 frames a second from the rear camera, and then 720p at 30 frames a second from the selfie camera, so we'll just take a look at the video samples now. So this is the video and the sound from the rear facing camera, just to give you an idea of what sort of video quality you're going to get from the tablet. So just do a pan. That's against the sunlight. Move away from the sunlight. And that's the video from the rear facing camera. So this is the video from the selfie camera. Again, it's 720p. I'll just do some spinning, you can get an idea of what the quality is like there. Now, of course, this is a rugged tablet, so it's designed for use at work or maybe even an outdoor adventure, and its focus is on durability. The tablet as a whole is rugged and sturdy, so you really don't have to have any worries about dropping it, and I'm sure it's going to be able to survive its fair share of drops or falls. Now, I've been using this as my car tablet as well to connect to the car and do any coding or mapping, as sometimes when leaving it in the boot, it does get knocked around a bit, so I wouldn't trust a normal tablet. Now, the best thing about the Tab R7 though is the price, and it's currently on the early bird sale with the first 150 orders being just $150 on Amazon USA, and this is then going to raise to $175, and for the EU, the first 100 pieces are at €138 until the 28th, and it's then raising to 161 on the 28th. And for UK users, you can also purchase from Amazon EU sites. Now, on top of that, they've also given me a 10% off code that I'll place down in the description below, so you can get even more money off. But overall, the Hotwav Tab R7 is a great tablet for those of you that need a strong and sturdy tablet that can survive a bit of knocking around without breaking. You can use it to do anything you need for work or outdoor tasks, while still being able to make phone calls, send messages, or just browse the web for pleasure or research. And as we covered, it also works alright for gaming and it's great for media, but of course, if gaming is your main need for a tablet, then this probably isn't the right choice for you. For those of you that want a tablet that you can just throw in your bag and not have to worry about, then I would highly recommend checking out the Hotwav Tab R7, as it's a great choice for rugged tablets. Now, of course, I've placed the links and the information down in the description below, so you can go ahead and check it out now. But if there's anything I've missed or you've got any questions at all, just ask them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, smash a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down twice, and I'll see you guys in the next one.